Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the second white box technique that we have, which is decision coverage. In this technique, we begin to think about the decisions in our code. The decisions are if, while, do while, and so on, okay? So, here our goal is to test all decision outcomes in our code. And we must take care about the word decision outcomes. So what are decision outcomes? Let's have a simple example. If x is greater than 3, print hello. So if x is greater than 3, this is a decision, okay? Here, x is greater than 3, this is called a decision, okay? And this decision has two decision outcomes, yes and no. If yes, print hello. If no, he will do something and ends our code. So in this example, we have one decision and we have two decision outcomes. Like we said, decision coverage cares about covering the decision outcomes. So we must cover this path and this path. So in this case, we begin to think of our test cases to achieve 100% decision coverage. We might say x equals to 5 and x equals to 1. So these are two test cases that will achieve 100% decision coverage. X equals to 5. Is 5 greater than 3? Yes, so he will pass here. Is x greater than 3? No, so he will pass here. If there is an error in our code, he will find it by passing through this path. Okay, how do we calculate decision coverage? We begin to divide the decision outcomes that covered by our test cases by the total number of decision outcomes. In our example, what is the total number of decision outcomes? It is 2. So we will divide something by 2. What is this thing? In this example, we covered 2 decision outcomes. So it is 2 divided by 2, which is 100%. But what if we had only one test case, which is if x equals to 5? In this case, we passed through the yes branch, but we did not pass through no. So in this case, decision coverage is 1 divided by 2, which is 50%. Okay, if we pass through no only, it is also 1 divided by 2, which is 50%. Okay, and that leads us to an important question. Can we achieve decision coverage by only one test case in any problem? It is impossible. Why? Because any decision in the world must have at least 2 outcomes. Okay, so decision coverage cannot be less than 2 test cases. You can't achieve 100% decision coverage with less than 2 test cases in any situation. Okay, who is better or which is better? Decision coverage or statement coverage? Of course, decision coverage is better and more effective, and it is the most widely used technique in white box testing. Why? Because in this example, if we use statement coverage, he will say, okay, x equals to 5, 5 is greater than 3, print hello, and he will stop. If there is any problem or any error in the code here or in any other place, he will not test it, he will not find it at all. Okay? And also, decision coverage is better because 100% decision coverage guarantees 100% statement coverage. What does this mean? It means that if you perform decision coverage on your code, this means that you already performed statement coverage on your code. But the opposite is not correct. If you perform 100% statement coverage on your code, that does not guarantee that you performed 100% decision coverage. So the relationship between them is like this. This is statement coverage and this is decision coverage. So statement coverage is a subset from decision coverage, okay? And that's what makes decision coverage very cool and good. And also, decision coverage has another name, which is branch coverage. So if you find it in any resource like ISTQB or any other book or resources talking about branch coverage, he means decision coverage. In the next video, we will begin to solve examples on this technique. Thank you and see you in the next videos.